It is becoming increasingly expensive to live along the coast of California, which displaces low-income residents who work, study, retire, or try to raise their families here.
Monterey County, I think, is the 10th least affordable place to live in the United States, and that's based on the imbalance between housing costs and wages. So that we have the same kind of rent structure as you'd have in the San Francisco Bay Area or Silicon Valley, but our wages are substantially lower here.
The City of Monterey is special because it is made up of a diverse population, from international students and military personnel, families, retirees to professionals. City of Monterey housing programs help support this community by offering a variety of services. The office manages federal, state, and local grant programs, including community development block grants and redevelopment funds for housing services, affordable housing, homelessness, and community infrastructure. On the affordable housing front, the office maintains a list of over 500 designated affordable units. This includes nearly 400 affordable rental units, as well as low-income ownership units that can be purchased by qualified first-time homebuyers. More affordable housing is in development, thanks to assistance and funds from the City of Monterey.
Working on 2 projects that will provide brand new housing units in the community. A total of 36 apartment units that will be affordable for extremely low income and median income. And the property that we're standing on right now is one of those sites. The city owns this land, and we're working with the developer to develop apartment units for senior citizens on this site.
It's just going to be a lovely community, I think, for the seniors that get to live there. Walking distance to the library and downtown. City staff in particular were really poised and ready to get this done. They come up with that conceptual plan, so that gave us a really good foundation to work from. They had done a lot of outreach already in the community, so people in the neighborhood were very well aware of what was being proposed. And then the city staff just worked so collaboratively with us to position us to compete for financing. And the affordable housing financing system is very complicated, and so you really need that close collaboration with a city partner to be able to jump through all the hoops that it requires to get the funding in place. And so the city's just been a fabulous partner for us. Rents in this county and in this community, the city, keep going up, and that has the impact of displacing our seniors and people on an extremely low income. So a project like Van Buren Senior Housing enables us to give an opportunity for these seniors to be able to stay in their community, which we think is really important. So all this pressure on the housing market created by the jobs, increases rents, and that creates pressure on everyone who's at the lower end of that income spectrum. And so in this case, we're going to be able to provide affordable housing for seniors that helps them stay in the community where they've lived and raised families in many cases.
Besides helping build new units, the office helps low-income residents stay in their homes. Over $100,000 in grants are distributed annually for home safety and accessibility repairs.
They own their home, but they have very limited income, and they really are not able to maintain their home. So there's a number of things that we can provide improvements to the residents through our grant funding to make it easier for these citizens to remain in their home and enjoy their homes.
There's no way as a senior you have a home that you simply can't maintain no matter how hard you work. And I can't tell you how grateful I am for a program like this and the people involved in it. And I have a tremendous amount of admiration for the compassion and the sincerity that goes into this program. It's been a lifesaver. Absolute lifesaver to me.
Housing funds also provide support for local nonprofits, including homeless service providers. Since 2010, nearly $400,000 has been provided to community service organizations.
Interim's mission is to provide housing and supportive services to help adults with serious mental illness to live successful, productive lives in the community. We've worked with the City of Monterey for really actually a long time in partnership, and they have been extremely supportive of affordable housing and also homeless services. So I think that the city has been committed to trying to help the homeless population get housed and get services, so that they have been providing support to Interim among other nonprofits. So we have obtained funding from the City of Monterey, for example, to help us either acquire property or to build these housing projects. Affordable housing is a real easy way to change someone's life. If you can get someone housed in safe, affordable housing in good surroundings, it really can do a lot for their mental health.
There's a lot of need in Monterey County. It's a beautiful area, but right underneath that, there are a lot of people that are in need, that need services out in this area. The city helps facilitate that. We help facilitate that. We want to get these kids off the street. We provide mental health, substance abuse, and runaway homeless youth services throughout the county of Monterey. And in Monterey, we have Safe Place, which is behind me, which is a runaway homeless youth program. Staff and city council and mayor are all concerned about that. You go to the meetings and you know that they have this in their heart. They want this. They want to have these programs out there. And they want to work with the organizations that provide these programs. So now we have 12 beds available every night of the year. It works out to over 4,000 bed nights that we're able to have youth off the street in a safe place. They get a meal when they come in. They get informal counseling when they come in. They can get clothes, food, whatever they need. The main goal is always to move them off the streets, out of homelessness, into a stable living environment. We see about 350 youth come through this program every year.
You know, the City of Monterey, the various boards and commissioners, the mayors over the years have been tremendous collaborators and team players with the Veterans Transition Center. I mean, just this housing unit behind us came specifically from a grant from that Monterey City gave to us, and it was a community development block grant that allowed us to take these 16 units behind me that were formerly vacant and run down and rehab them. So we currently house 58 veterans, family members. We have 4 families, 10 children to include toddlers. So it's powerful and it's impactful. The end state of that is to get every single veteran off the streets, every homeless person into housing. But important to consider, we also have to do the follow-up of providing the supportive services, the case management, the job development skills. So Housing First is a wonderful initiative, but it's just the first step of that. These are veterans. They selflessly signed up to serve our nation. So we owe it to them to do what we can to, get them back out there. No veteran should be on the streets.
For more information about City of Monterey housing programs, visit monterey.org/housing.